Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my Fallout lore series. I am your host, the Wandering Wastelander, and I am here to introduce you to the world of Fallout.
Settle down where pretty girls are. Well, you know that I'm around. I kiss them and I love them, cause to me they're all the same. I hug them and I squeeze them, they don't even know my name. They call me the Wanderer, yeah, the Wanderer. I roam around. Oh, well, there's Flo on my left arm and there's Mary on my right, and Janie is the girl, well, that I'll be tonight. And when she asks me which one I love the best, I tear open my shirt and I show a Rosie on my chest, cause I'm a wanderer, yeah, a wanderer. I roam around.
The Fallout universe is a satirical, post-apocalyptic depiction of the future envisioned by Americans in the late 1940s and early 1960s through the scope of the atomic and jet ages. House cleaning robots, laser guns, nuclear-powered cars, and more, all the product of their view of the world of tomorrow. Computers in the Fallout universe are comparable to our own computers from the 1970s with data storage on reel-to-reel tapes, yet somehow, the best models are far beyond our own supercomputers, such as the ZAX supercomputer. Pre-war America and the Fallout universe worked extensively to miniaturize power sources to the point where you can hold the power of the atom in the palm of your hand. Rather than televisions taking over the radio, like in our timeline, radio remained as the most common form of entertainment and mass media. Most radio stations played classics from the early to mid-20th century, which could help explain why almost all records from pre-war America are those classic songs such as I've Got Spurs That Jingle Jangle Jingle, The Wanderer, and I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire. Food products from the TV dinner era also remain popular, like boxed macaroni and Salisbury steak TV dinners. Americans in the Fallout universe see a continuation of the Red Scare from the Cold War, as the USSR did not collapse in 1991 as in our universe, and the People's Republic of China become a massive threat to the United States of America. Yes, you heard that right. The Soviets are still kicking around until the Great War destroys the Earth in 2077. Much of the Fallout universe's timeline is identical to our own timeline until 1947, when the transistor was never invented in the Fallout universe. The transistor allowed us to put supercomputers in our pockets and launched us into the digital age. It allowed us to spread information around the world faster than ever before. But this miracle is absent from the Fallout universe. Many people place the divergence between the late 1940s and early 1960s. However, there are small events that happened in the Fallout universe that never happened in our own universe before the divergence, and some things that happened in our timeline after the divergence that appear in the Fallout universe. In the Fallout universe, the first known civilization is Ubar, located in the Rub al-Khali in modern-day Arabia, dated back to 7,500 BCE or BC. This civilization predates Mesopotamia by around 4,000 years. Some companies exclusive to the Fallout universe were also founded before the divergence, such as Sunset Sarsaparilla in 1918 and Vim Pop Incorporated in 1931. Some movies in our universe were still made in the Fallout universe, like The Day the Earth Stood Still in 1951 and The Silence of the Lambs in 1991. There are many more examples of these leaks in the timeline, but these are just a few. According to Jack Cabot's terminal entry on September 5th, 2023, it seems that transistors were invented that same year, contrary to our previous belief that they were invented around 2067. This makes sense, as advanced robots, like the Mr. Handy, began to be sold in 2037. But it does not explain why we still see vacuum tubes and the Pip-Boy or radios. An explanation could be because transistors never became as sophisticated as vacuum tubes before the bombs fell. With vacuum tubes being used more than transistors, the miniaturization of technology is prevented. This is one of the reasons why the cultural development of America is stuck in the 1950s, because technologically, they are stuck in the 1950s. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, subscribe for more content. Press that like down below. Turn on that bell notification button. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at wandering.wasteland. And I'll see you in the next video.